Hollywood and it's evident. I am just a Magic fan. Old Town, I'ma represent. Taking charge, go commando. Now we living in Miami, but you know I rep Orlando. Oak Ridge, yeah, it lives in me. Walking down the road, passing by OBT. 407 every day, it stay on repeat. Blue in my blood, ain't no stopping me. And it's time to get into it. Y'all already know what we do on the channel, man. Let's first and foremost welcome you to the channel. My name is Hollywood, just an Orlando Magic fan. But like always, y'all see the board. And action. It's time to get into it, baby. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. I'm a little deaf, and for some reason, I feel like I could barely hear myself. But we finna rock through the noise. We got some major improvements to talk about. Yeah. And that's not all. We got a special guest who's back on the channel for those who have been here for a little bit. They're back. We got the sound effects in the jump, man. Look, man, we're gonna go over each and every one of them for the first time. That's for Franz Wagner. That's gonna be dedicated to Franz Wagner. Yo, we are about to dive in, man. We just getting warmed up. We got the snipers. So whenever y'all hear the snipers, time to go down, because that means we got some shooters in the house. That means we got some shooters in the area. But for right now, it's time to talk Magic basketball, baby. How are y'all, man? It is Saturday morning. It is 7:21 in the morning right now as we speak. Today is November 30th, 2024. One of the first times I'm doing a post-game show. Basically, the day after. I barely ever do post games after. I do them usually like kind of right after the game, but I'm not gonna lie to you. Yesterday I was so tired. As soon as it hit final score, I fell asleep. I was extremely dead, but I said by the time I get up, I'll definitely record this live. 14-7 is our record. Again, on this channel, I like to say a lot of quotes. I like to say a lot of sayings, and I always say very recently, you can't celebrate what's expected in terms of we expected to win this game, but what I can celebrate is the way we won it. Wow. When I tell you wow, let's dive into this game. Let's just dive into the stats of this game. I want to highlight something very important, which towards the end of the game, maybe it got a little worse, but there was a point where we were 60% from the three-point line, man. We were on fire going into, I think it was like that third quarter. Man, it was to a point where I couldn't believe everybody was just making shot after shot. I'm going to leave our MVP towards the end because I like to talk about our MVPs toward the end. Let's knock out Brooklyn for right now. You could see clearly just based off of this right here, this graphic alone. You see how many players we had. You see how many players they had. Sorry. I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to say again it was expected, but Shake Milton giving you 22, 2, and 4. You got Cam Johnson 14, 3, and 4. Jalen Wilson 11, 2, and 1. You got Keon Johnson 15, 6, and 1. And then Trendon Watford with 13, 3, and 1. Everybody else giving you less than 10, but it was a little mixed. I'm not going to lie to you. There was a point I knew we were going to win the entire time, but there was a point where I was like, all right, when is Brooklyn going to stop like doing this in terms of just they were just literally being that team where I'm like, let us, come on, bro. Like, we all know we're going to win the game. Let us advance. But nah, Brooklyn kept fighting. Brooklyn kept fighting back and made it an interesting game. But to dive into the stats, again, we're leaving the MVP for the end. Shout out Franz, though. Wendell Carter Jr., the man having 12, 7, and 4. First off, you getting 12 points, which is more than 10, of course. What, your second game back? Goga Batadze less than 10, but giving us an 8, 6, and 3. Goga just being the presence that he always has to be. We have a Contavious Caldwell Pope. Now this guy, Contavious Caldwell, Contavious Caldwell Pope. This man has found it. I don't know what is it that he's been drinking. I don't know what's been in his tea, bro. I don't know what he got in the Gatorade bottle, but what I can tell you is that this man has been on fire as of late. Maybe it is finally having his kid. He's like, you know what? It's time to work. I don't know. I really don't know what it is. But what I can say is we are extremely happy that he has found his rhythm. And again, I get it. We're going against teams like Brooklyn, Charlotte, who's been our last, Chicago, Detroit. We lost against the Clippers. I'm really praying. I'm praying that again, and like I told y'all, we play tough teams to the entire month of December in a sense because we got the NBA Cup in the middle. We got Brooklyn, and sorry if I'm looking up. I got the poster that I got game 1, which y'all can see in the game name vlog video from the Brooklyn, which I believe I did just post today. I do apologize. I know it's been a month later, but for those who don't know me personally, I had a whole bunch of things happen to me in terms of just my PC broke. It was like a whole bunch of things that had stopped me from being able to, but we finally got it up, so definitely go check it out. But I got a poster that I got at the game with the schedule, so I definitely hung it up, especially right there so I could see it. So if you see me looking up, that is always what I'm looking up at. We have Brooklyn, New York, Philly twice. We have Phoenix with KD, but we're in the city jerseys. I don't know. Something about those city jerseys just get me going. Then we have, of course, throughout that December 9th through 18th stretch, we have the NBA Cup in terms of, we have 3 off days between 9 and 11 and the 17 and 18, but the 12 to the 16, or 12 and 13, and then 15, 16 is the semifinals and then the quarterfinals and finals. So we have to definitely tighten up in terms of that middle portion. We're going to be facing good teams, good basketball. Then we have an amazing, and when I tell you an amazing home stretch in terms of marketability, we have an amazing home stretch in terms of the turnout that's going to come out. Wow, I cannot believe it. We have Oklahoma City, we have Miami, we have Boston, we have Miami, we have the Knicks, and then we have Brooklyn, a city edition game. All the month of December to close it out. Definitely, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. We're going to take that road trip to Las Vegas because we're going to win the NBA Cup, of course. But if we do not, we're in Orlando from the 5th. No, I'm tripping. From the 8th, which is that Sunday, the Phoenix game, literally until our January 1st game in Detroit. But wow, when I tell you we have an amazing chance to do something special in the month of December, because if you look at it at the end, that's when people go out for Christmas. That's when the games really can be a vibe. I hope they give out free stuff. I hope, because imagine you're facing a KD team, then you got the NBA Cup, which I get it now. We might not be that big in, or we might not be that sold into it, but who knows 20 years from now what the NBA Cup could be. So definitely we would want to win as many awards, and get as much recognition really in the NBA. So we're trying hard in that, which is going to be from the middle. We got OKC, which is a young squad, but they have amazing stars who just a lot of kids have infatuation with OKC, which of course I was one of them back in the day. We have Miami, we have Boston, we have Miami again, we have the Knicks, and then we have the Nets. Miami is of course the Sunshine State rivalry. Shout out to GOAT. Look, we have a special guest. The special guest is, his name for those who don't know is, funny enough, Magic, but the GOAT. We we have Miami, which of course the Sunshine State rivalry. We have Boston the 23rd, which is going to be our quote unquote Christmas game, right? Maybe so, maybe not because it's before, but it's Boston. We have a rivalry against Boston. I'm one of the rare few Magic fans who has love for the Celtics because I love Boston sports. But shout out my boy Christian in case you're watching this. He always gives me crap because I'm a Magic fan who does not despise Boston, but I love all other Boston sports. They're my favorite sports team, so I can't not like the Celtics in a sense. But definitely, it's always Magic first. Magic the 23rd, right? That's gonna be that game where the fans, the kids, everyone's gonna be coming out for that because of course it's Christmas. The 2 days before Christmas, if I was a Magic fan, I would tell my mom, I would tell definitely, please, please, please take me to that Boston game. The 26th, we have Miami, of course, another Sunshine State rivalry the day after Christmas. Everybody got their Christmas gifts. Everybody got their Christmas food. Everybody got the kicks. Everybody got the jerseys. Everybody got the tickets. Everybody lit. The 27th, on a back-to-back, we got the Knicks. The Knicks are that. The Knicks are that team that. Hello, look at the NBA Cup. They're right there. If you look at the standings, the Knicks are where? Right there. So that game is going to be a phenomenal matchup. Then, of course, you have Brooklyn, a City Edition game, which, of course, we've had Brooklyn's number. They're currently 9-11. RIP. We have 14-7. We're that team that we're shocking a lot of people because we have won, 11 of the past 12 games? Let's count them out. Because, I love to do it. I get it. It might be expected games, but hey, we got to celebrate what we can. We don't got Paolo Banchero, and nobody believed in us. But hey, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wait. Whoa. What? Oh, I'm tripping. We won on the streak before. We just lost to the Clippers. All right, hold on. Where was it? It was here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't want to count that one, right? But we have to, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of the last 12 games that we have not had Paolo Banchero. And let's add on these, right? Because we wanna get technical, and we wanna, let's see, where was it? It was up to, I don't even know. I think it was here. Yeah, there's so many W's. This is such a good problem to have. Great stress to have. So if we're 11 of the last 12, that's 11 of the last 13, 11 of the last 14, 11 of the last 15, 11 of the last 16, 11 of the last 17, 11 or 12 out of the last 18, 12 out of the last 19, 13 out of the last 20 in games. That's how much we are. We're 13 in the last 20 games. And if you really want to get technical, we're 14 in the last, because that game, I mean, I was at both of these, but we're 14. I don't even know how many numbers. I'm very confused. I said a lot of numbers. I'm not good at math, but y'all see what I'm talking about, right? So when it comes to these games, when it comes to the games in the NBA Cup that count towards the record, when it comes to games in December that count towards marketability, we want to be at home, right? Because we're undefeated at home. And I'm not going to say we're going to lose the streak, but if we keep the streak up by December, oh my goodness, I think we're going to have to put this on t-shirts. Like, I think at that point we have to start getting merch because there's no way. The fact that we would play all, because this is the home court that I'm trying to see. Now is where we can truly say, okay, we're in there. If we leave December, regardless if Paolo's back or not, if we leave December with a positive record, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, possibly like 12 to 14 games in December, including the NBA Cup, right? If you Oh man, if we go on the streak that we go now, my prediction. Look, I haven't done a prediction because I always get them wrong. So I hope I don't mess it up now. But we're gonna have this prediction book, and right, I'm gonna put my prediction right now for what I think is gonna happen because I think we're I think we're gonna turn up. I think we're gonna turn up. I'm gonna write it right here on the front page. First open page I got. So prediction for December, bro. That's what it's gonna be. Prediction for December 2024. Oh man. The Magic have 7 home games. That Phoenix game, they're on fire. We're on fire. It's in almost a week. Wow. We have OKC. I know that OKC game is gonna be a win. That Phoenix game, I'm a little iffy. OKC and Miami, I see them both being a W. I really see. I think Miami is, but I think even without Paulo, I think we're gonna do great against Miami. Boston game, I'm a little iffy. Miami again. I think we're gonna do. A sweep to Miami would be crazy, but I don't see us losing to them. If I'm being honest, I know Miami got theirs and all that, but let's hope I'm right. And then New York and Brooklyn. I think we're. Oh man, I want to win that I want to win that Tuesday, December 3rd game against New York, which is that Knicks at Knicks TNT rivalry, whatever that we got going, right? But in my opinion, I feel like the Knicks, they're that type of team that they always have like a little stick to a little needle to put in a plan. You know what they be saying, like, oh, they put a needle in the haystack. That's the Knicks. They always, you never know if you could find it quick, cause some people got that luck. They face the Knicks, or sometimes oh man, it's the most difficult haystack, and the Knicks are just on fire. Bold prediction: 7 games against set because I've been talking about it the entire month of November. I said we go toe to toe against great teams, but we lose them, and that's what I don't like. We go on these runs and stuff against teams that we should beat and we're expected. We have 7 home games guaranteed, not NBA Cup games. We have 7 home games guaranteed. That we face marquee people. I'm gonna put marquee matchups versus marquee matchups. 7 home games versus marquee matchups. And you want to know what our record is going to be in those 7 home games? I would love 7-0. But just being realistic, if we're 7-0, I'll put it like this. Do I think we could go 7-0? Yes. I wrote it, but I ain't show the camera, and I kind of want to change it. But I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. And I wrote it in pen. So our record is going to be 5-2. That is my prediction for December 2024. 7 home games versus marquee matchups. 5-2. Excuse me. We got Phoenix. We got OKC. We got Miami. We got Boston. We have Miami again. We have New York, and then we have Brooklyn. All right. This is the lineup. 7 home games versus marquee. 5 and 2 is my record prediction. One thing I will say though, because I know we dived into December already. Franz Wagner, 29 8 and 8. 29 8 and 8. Did y'all hear that? Wow. That kind of scared me, I'm not gonna lie. Franz Wagner. I don't know. Franz Wagner. Franz Wagner, 29 8 and 8. The man has been on. I can't even explain what this man has been doing. The man. We gotta empty out the library. We gotta empty out the library. The man empty out the clip for Franz Wagner, because Franz Wagner is doing things that when I tell you as a Magic fan you've never really experienced before, because I'm 24 years old. And although yes, we have Paolo, he was the first pick in the draft. You're expected to do great. Franz Wagner was what, 8? Franz Wagner was the second. Franz Wagner was the Robin. Franz Wagner was the. He don't got it. He don't what? He don't what? Franz Wagner has shown us. First off, we had a mantra. I know the Magic always like use mantras and then abandon them and never use them again, but when I tell you everybody in is such a like pivotal moment in this franchise. We figured out last year our guys can do it. We figured out last year our guys had what it took to go to the playoffs. This year we know that these guys can make it to the second round, let alone Eastern Conference Finals, maybe even the finals on an insane run, because we don't have Paolo Banchero, who was the first pick, our all-star. We have our new all-star. We have our German all-star. We have our German world champion. We have number 22, number 21. We have the entire squad that's supporting the Wagner brothers, the Wagner Bros Incorporated, the Wagner Bros Productions, like the Warner Bros, that had me dying, bro. When I tell you Franz Wagner is giving us Magic fans hope again, in terms of when Victor Oladipo went out, whenever it was that it happened, we knew we're in for a couple losses. When Nikola Vucevic went out, we knew we're in for a couple losses. When Paolo Banchero went out, we knew we're in for a couple losses. Franz Wagner has changed the trajectory on what it is to really support the Magic, support the squad, support what this team really has going for them, which is the moon is the limit because the sky is just under it. Because wow, when I tell you Jalen Suggs 12-3-6, Tristan da Silva 13-1-1, you have Wendell 12-7-4. We have Jonathan Isaac with 8 points. I be the type, bro. For those who don't know, in case y'all see, I never wear. I'll put these on just for stream, and then I put them right back on my chair. So I definitely rock in rotations of like probably a week. I usually leave it in rotation. So this week we definitely have the JI. So we're loving JI. It's already Saturday, so I'm definitely gonna switch. I think back to the City Edition, Franz Wagner, because we gotta show the man love. But wow, what a way to end December. We have Anthony Black giving us just confidence. Whether he gets 16 minutes, 30 minutes, he starts a confidence that Tristan da Silva with 13-1-1 again. The shot is water. Every time the man shoots it, we know it's going in, bro. I'm just saying and it just goes in. Like it is the most one of the wettest shots I've ever seen. Pause. But Jet Howard 8-2. I don't care if he got 8-2. He has confidence to shoot it whenever he got it, whenever he's in. 16 minutes in the rotation for AB Jet and Mo. Mo giving us 3-5-1. But again, Mo is I called him the spark plug last year with Cole Anthony, and I really think this year Mo Wagner. I'm dead. I haven't called a Wagner brother a Wagner in a very long time. But just looking at his name, I'm not gonna lie. Reading on paper, the M and the W definitely be tripping me up. Moritz Wagner. I believe he's the spark plug for the players. I think Jalen Suggs is the spark plug for the fans. But I think Mo Wagner, whenever he's in. It doesn't matter if it's, again, for 5 minutes, 16 minutes, the entire game starting, just like all the others in the bench, but especially him. He's definitely the anchor. When he comes in the game, the man just automatically shows you why we have him on the team and why he wants to play basketball. And that's all we could ask for as Magic fans. All we could ask for is somebody who is able to wear our jersey and finally show that they are trying to not only better themselves, but better everyone around them, because we actually have a shot to make some noise and eventually do something. If it's not this year, next year, definitely the next one after that, because I know we're doing a lot. We're doing a lot in terms of we have West Court coming in. I know I mentioned it last episode, but at the end of the day, it's very exciting as somebody from Orlando who never had. It kind of reminds me of when Universal made the Hogwarts Express, where we used to have to walk from Islands of Adventure to Universal all the time. Now you just take the Hogwarts Express and it's like you're chilling. I could, like, when I tell you back in the day when they made that invention, when they announced it, when they said, yeah, that's going to be our connection, I could not believe it. The innovation that had. I really hope we could say the same for Westcourt, because I remember when, of course, they demolished it, but in front of Church Street they had those pizza places, and of course I think it was really expensive, which is why they had to close, because people like me, I wasn't never gonna pay there. But they had shops and boutiques, I think, and a whole bunch of stuff in front of Church Street, but they're doing it right now. They're doing it. West Court is in development, in the works, and that's gonna be a whole complex. Hopefully they play the games outside, because I know sometimes they say they're going to do it and then they never do it. I've never seen teams actually play it outside. I just see their ads and their advertisements. So I really hope that they do play certain games, if not all of them, outside, because if they do, I definitely think it would bring more passion, more people to just enjoy the game, enjoy the city. Me personally, I live in Miami. If I go to Orlando and I can't afford to go to the game, I'll go to West Court. and just chill, watch the game on the big screen, buy a slice of pizza, buy a Chinese, whatever it is that they got there. Because I love, if it's gonna be like a mall, I hope they have mall food. Because if they have mall food, oh my goodness, they are going to make bank. Like if like Sawgrass Mills here compared to Amarin Bank Arena. Oh my goodness, it's the best invention ever, bro. You go to Amarin Bank, you're going to a Panthers game. Get your behind to Sawgrass before the game and eat some food, enjoy, and then go to Amaret Bank. Support Sawgrass, support like the area, shop there like that. I love going to Panther games 3 hours early, 4 hours early, just to walk around Sawgrass, enjoy that beautiful mall, eat some Chinese food at that. I think it's a what, well, I'm not gonna say the name. I'm not sponsored, but there's this one spot I always eat. It's a Cajun Grill, I think it's called, but I'm not gonna say the actual name. But if you ever pull up Cajun Grill, man, so fire, so fire. I love the bourbon chicken, orange chicken with some rice, or even sometimes I'll be going crazy and get the lo mein, man. And then of course going to the game, you get, in my opinion, this is so big back, bro. I get it, but man, I get a Mr. Softy, bro. It's the best. Vanilla with some chocolate sprinkles. Cannot beat it. Cannot do anything better than that. But talking about the Orlando Magic, talking about what we can do as a franchise in the future, are things like that. We could give memories and do things that people will genuinely enjoy, and it would truly mean a lot, not only to myself, not only to fans, but to the city, because it would bring a light to the city that I think a lot of people know that Orlando can have, think that Orlando might have, but aren't guaranteed that it has. We have players like Corey Joseph hitting that three at the end. We have Cole Anthony giving us 3 points. We got Caleb Houston going up and down from the G League, which we all appreciate, because as a Magic fans, we know when they ship you here, ship you there, as long as you're just on the ride with the team, we really appreciate it, because I myself, that's at least how I feel. The one complaint I would say, I get it, if we would have made a couple more, it would be a completely different percentage, but 17 out of 22, I get it, it's a 23-point win, but we have to make free throws when we get them. We cannot be missing key free throws. 5 points, we could have lost the game by 5 points because of free throws, but I greatly do appreciate this stat line right here. 13 blocks compared to 5. That was phenomenal. That was amazing. That was truly out of this world. But NBA Cup standings, you see it down here. Shout out Google for having it down here. The Magic are 3-0. We face Brooklyn on Sunday, but that is going to be a regular game, not Sunday tomorrow, the 1st of December, kicking off that December stand. Not NBA Cup though, just regular season, regular game, but still we truly hope to just win the game, if it's not by all the points that we won this one, because clearly we have that big point differential, which is phenomenal. Keep it up, guys. But against the Knicks, we want to make sure that we win that Tuesday, December 2nd game, which is going to be on national TV, that they flexed us out of, and then they flexed us back, because there's a number 2 named Franz Wagner. But man, it's been a time. I know this episode's been pretty long. This Fannattics show has been pretty long, but at the end of the day, it's my channel. I say what I want, I do what I want. I just appreciate y'all as Magic fans, as Magic supporters. And if you're not either, as long as you're supporting me, that's all I could be grateful for. So I gratefully appreciate everything that you guys bring to the table, let alone what I'm able to provide to you. Now, next game is going to be Sunday morning, which is tomorrow. Or sorry, I'm lying. It's going to be Sunday at 3:30 against the Brooklyn Nets. Not gonna hold you. I'm going to the movies with my mom. I'm going to the movies with my mom, so I'm going to be in the movies during this game. But just like the Patriots game at 1 o'clock, I will be streaming it on my phone, so I for sure just have the games just playing. If I don't hear it, at least watch a bit of it as I'm watching the movies, because life is sweet, life is short, but life definitely has its great moments that you cannot miss. And spending time with my mom, going to the movies is one of our favorite pastimes. And we're gonna see a whole bunch of movies back to back to back, so it's gonna be phenomenal. But y'all already know, it's your man Hollywood, just an Orlando Magic fan. The Magic are 11-12 in the last games that they have played. What a time it is to be a Magic fan. Be nice to your neighbors. Be nice to your friends. Thank you for tuning in to the Fannattics Show Live. Is Hollywood, just an Orlando Magic fan. Happy Saturday. Enjoy your Saturday. And we are out of here. And like always, it's a wrap. Hey.
Hollywood, and it's evident I am just a Magic fan. Old Town, I'ma represent. Taking charge, go commando. Now we living in Miami, but you know I rep Orlando. Oak Ridge, yeah, it lives in me. Walking down the road, passing by OBT. 407 every day, it stay on repeat. Blue in my blood, ain't no stopping me.